Smith and Gary Anderson already beaten by Adrian Lewis, but the way that Gerwyn Price dismantled Joe Cullen with a classy, authoritative, professional demolition, pure as that, and he just basically picked off where he left off at the Ali Pali. And Gerwyn Price will know in Adrian Lewis, and it's good to see. I think Price was actually quoted as saying the same. Good to see Adrian Lewis back and firing and playing well. But they do have a little bit of history, all in the past. They do get on now, Chris Mason.
Yeah, a lot of respect for each other, and this may be the stiffest test so far for Adrian Lewis as he... Well, the rebuilding continues. It's going to be a tough ask, this one. Tournament average for Pricey, 104.37. Adrian Lewis, a very respectable 97.96, a winner of 9 televised titles. Adrian Lewis. What a start.
139.
Yeah, handbags, wasn't it, back at the World Match Play in 2016. Lewis won that game 80. In the second round. A bit of spite, a bit of fire, a bit of needle on the stage, but...
16th meeting, I do believe, between these two.
But this is the first time that they've played in a big TV 100. Event since that bust-up at the Winter Gardens.
5 years ago. 2016.
A lot of things have changed,
yeah.
Christopher, in the world order.
One apiece in TV tournaments.
58.
The 2 meetings were both at the match play, both in the last 16.
140.
And I think that a lot of people are talking about this weekend about Adrian Lewis is that rhythm. That's the word, rhythm. And it looks like he's back in just throwing.
Well, and a minor...
Going with the flow as well.
A minor equipment change with regards to stem length, allowing him to pull the dart all the way back
64.
to get to the end of his backswing.
Good marker for Price.
Ooh. 24.
No, he can't believe.
Neither can I.
26.
Single 19.
Bullseye for Lewis.
101. Got to win, you require 40.
A hold of throw.
Double fives. Took him 5 darts.
Well, he's one of the few players that don't mind double fives.
Double fives
right next door to his favourite double tops.
Of course, double five is the double that saw him crowned world champion. Eventually.
140.
Yeah, spine-tingling moment, he said, being announced as the world champion by John McDonald on that stage
100.
Before the game with Joe Cullen. But I think the next thing that he really wants is to be introduced as the world champ with thousands of fans in the arena.
60.
And that will be
an incredible
special,
moment.
yeah.
Goosebump moment.
96.
It was some season for him, World Grand Prix,
41.
World Cup, and then icing on the cake, of course, becoming world champion.
Look at your crystal
92.
ball. What does 2021 hold for the world champion, do you think? More of the same?
Well, the way he's come into this tournament, you know, absolutely no nerves at all. I did expect to, you know, to be under a little bit of pressure, but the way he handled winning the slam and then coming back to defend it, that shows you all you need to know about his makeup. It's unlucky. Took a terrible
Gerwyn, you
deflection.
require 80.
Break of throw opportunity. Treble 20, double 10, 20-20 tops.
Oh, it's made it
Left
difficult.
or right?
Yeah.
It's on the
good
second
dart.
leg, Gerwyn Price.
Tell you what, that was a cracking dart from
So
Gerwyn
let
Price.
Gerwyn to throw first.
2-0.
Game on.
This is where it began to fear for Lewis. Cannot afford to allow
140.
Gezi Price to run away with it, very much like we saw Merv King build
100.
an unassailable lead against Aspinall, although he was just unplayable, wasn't he, Merv, in the first 3 quarters of that match.
At the moment, you can say the same here for Gerwyn Price.
Irrelevant what happens in this match. Lots of positives for Adrian to build on for the remainder of this year.
Yeah, made great play of the fact that he lost a lot of
100.
prize money by not competing
Gerwyn, you require 54.
in the Grand Prix. Ruled out because of COVID and cost him a place in the top 16. Another good guide for Price.
He's on the third leg.
12 darts
Gerwyn
at
Price.
3-0.
Let Adrian to
100
throw
average.
Yeah, 45 darts used to win the
140.
opening 3 legs, which is a 100.20 average.
We talked about Gerwyn Price for this year. High, very high, maybe at the top of my darting wish list for 2021 would be Adrian
140.
Lewis competing for the big TV titles again.
100.
Well, a fully fit and fully firing Adrian Lewis is great to watch. I think you can't think of many
95.
dart fans that wouldn't enjoy watching these two duke it out, both at the top of their game, and you can throw Anderson in the mix and Michael van Gerwen,
49.
Aspinall, Peter Wright. Well, the list is endless at the moment. The sport is absolutely stacked with talent. Hence so many events last year and the year before shared out.
Don't you wish you were playing in this era?
God, no.
99.
I think I'd get fed up pretty quickly getting bageled all the time.
Needs a treble here, Adrian.
58. Gerwyn, you require
The
1.
Price
Double
here,
break
you-
imminent.
Yeah, favourite from 167. Why not do it in 3?
142.
Move the wire.
54.
Right in the middle. Normally would come back for 1 double 12.
64. Gerwyn, you require 25.
Or 9 double 8.
I think it's 1 double 12 is
Yeah,
his
that's what he normally does.
preferred
Yep.
route for 4-0 and the double break. Well, this has to go.
Adrian, you require 90.
Has to get a chalk on the board. Should get 1 dart at the ball.
Didn't even think about the treble.
He's
Didn't
on
think
the
about the middle.
Adrian Lewis.
Gerwyn Price misses
Let
2
Gerwyn
darts.
to throw first.
Well, 3 darts if you include the bull. 3 darts for 4-0. And Lewis is in this match.
96.
Actually, last meeting was back in September 2019, semi-final of a Pro Tour in
97.
Barnsley. Pricey winning that one 7-4.
$57.
He'd be annoyed.
Well, this is a chance.
Well, it is. I mean, and that's why he's annoyed, because he knows he should be 4-0 in
58.
front. But he isn't.
He has to resist forcing the issue. What we've seen in his opening 2 matches against Michael Smith and Gary Anderson was him just flowing, playing with such freedom and under pressure. And this is a different kind of pressure.
$140.
Gerwyn Price averaging 11 more at the moment than Adrian. 101 versus 90.
133. Gotta win, you require 71.
Lovely dart. We can slide it off the barrel.
He's on the fifth leg. Gerwyn Price.
Gerwyn Price in control of this quarter-final against Adrian Lewis. Could easily have been 5 up, but he'll settle for 100 average and a 4-1 lead. '21 Masters, 10-3. He beat Nathan Aspinall, and he will play the winner of this game between the world champ Gerwyn Price and the 2 times former world champ Adrian Lewis. Price 4-1 up, who's looking, actually, this is his 4th appearance at the Masters, to reach the semi-finals for the first time. So far, so good for the world number 1.
140.
Adrian been limited to 2 darts at a double.
Yeah, both at the bull.
Yeah.
He hit the 90, of course, and the other one was
126.
Yeah.
It was interesting to have a chat with Adrian about the setup and the throw, and just trying to get back to, rather than trying to place them in, just playing with a lot more rhythm.
Yeah, and that, as I say, is the key. And also, in the interview yesterday after he beat Gary Anderson, he was talking about confidence, and you know, that must have been pretty low over the last 12 months. And just makes a big difference. Lewis back in the world's top 10 where he belongs. That's got to be his aim for 2021, surely.
Got to win, you require 130.
Get himself back in the top 10 and try and force himself back into the Premier League in 2022.
Absolutely.
60.
He's still only 36.
Yeah, you tend to forget, don't you?
For a dart player, he's still a young man.
53. Got to win, you require
Premier League footballer
7.
or a boxer, he might be coming to the end of his career.
What a good dart. That wasn't bad
Sixth
either.
flag. Got to win, Price.
Starting
7th flag.
to
Got to
really
win,
go through the gears now.
Game.
Gerwyn Price. First leg was won in 18 darts. 4 of the winning legs have been won in 15, 12, 15 and 14.
He gives George Noble a 3rd chance
84.
to sing out with the maximum.
$140.
Incredible rise from 7 years ago, winning his tour card.
59.
Literally been baby steps all the way through. Think of someone like Rob Cross, who literally burst onto the scene. It's been a natural progression for the Welshman, winning a Pro Tour, winning a Euro Tour, winning the Slam, a couple of years later winning the Worlds.
40.
Possible 10 dart leg.
He's on the 7th flag.
All possible about it.
106 average.
Game.
Looking very good.
Tournament average of 105.
Yeah. We referenced the referee, George Noble. He is infamous for taking charges of games that go all the way to a deciding leg.
Yep.
I don't think that will happen today. At the moment,
Not in this
Gerwyn
one.
Price is just too good, Chris.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah, on the
96.
Pro Tour and on the European Tour, he's known as the Jonah.
46.
Disappointingly for Adrian so far, he just hasn't challenged Price as far as the scoring is concerned. The big scores when they really matter.
Well, the 180 and the 140 column is where he's being massively punished.
123, Adrian, you're 142.
9 140s for Pricey, only 4 for Lewis. 3 180s
54.
for Price, none for Lewis. Looking good for a holder throw here.
By 88.
He's lost the last 3 legs.
It'll be nice for Adrian not to have a dart at the ball to win a leg. He's going to come back needing tops.
He's going to be under it. Oh, super switch.
147, Adrian, you record 40.
Just in case. Lewis, well done. Hangs on in there at 6-2, but still with it all to do. Effectively, the way it stands.
He's just picking up scraps at the minute, isn't he?
He's got to find a way to break the Price throw 3 times. You would have to say
96.
unlikely.
Well, he has to put 10 points on his average.
Yeah.
104 playing 91. He's a throw behind.
100.
And all he's going to be getting on the Gezi Price throw is shots at 160 upwards. Is this a 4th?
180.
He was a 2-7 favourite before the off. In this one, Gezi Price still to come. Johnny Clayton up against James Wade.
95.
And then Peter Wright against Dave Chisnell. Another fascinating clash. I thought Peter Wright was outstanding last night.
Well, he had to be.
Yes.
Simon Whitlock was on social media after, saying he couldn't quite believe that he'd lost.
Threw everything at him, didn't he?
Tops for another terrific finish.
110.
Looks like this weekend he's chasing perfection, doesn't he, Price? He's just making it look very easy.
And he did have that remarkable set in the final, didn't he?
140. Get a win, you require 20.
Certainly the best set of darts I've ever seen.
He's on the 9th leg. Get a win prize.
13 dart hold.
Game. 134.
Even when you watch Gezi Price in this form, you feel that there's much more to come. I think he was very honest in his assessment with regards to how long can he hold on to that #1 spot. Carries on like this a very long time. Lewis's throw under pressure.
Well, look at that. I mean, it says it all. 10 140s and
Made
5
a mistake
and
there.
5 180s to nil.
Should have gone ball there with his final dart to leave 167.
92.
Good counting from Gezi, down to 170. That's 3 of them. 2 from Michael Smith, 1 from
58.
Darryl Gurney.
You require 170. Adrian, you require 114.
Can they get a dart? At tops. Well done, Adrian Lewis. Hanging on in there at 7-3. Gerwyn Price with an average of 105 and a bit. Is 3 legs away from the Masters semi-finals. Adrian with it all to do. Finals, and at the moment it looks like Gerwyn Price is on his way to a clash with King in our first semi-final later on tonight.
Yes.
7-3 up, 105.63. And Adrian just doing his best to stay in it, to stay with the world champion.
Fourth Masters for
The flag, Gerwyn to throw first.
Gerwyn Price.
Game on.
Been past the quarterfinals so far. Looking good here.
123.
Frustration at the deflection.
Still
60 became
maintaining
3.
that massive average of 106.
59.
Well, Adrian, of
Lewis
course,
is
played
been
the
right
very
when he's got a
first.
chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, very first
140.
Masters final back in Edinburgh, some 8 years or so ago. Was well beaten by Phil Taylor in the final.
10, was it 10-1?
93.
Yeah, I hope so. But he still has half a decent record here. He's made semi-finals and finals, and
95.
can't see it happening here, though. In truth,
Well, the wheels would have to fall completely off
60.
the Price game.
Gerwyn, you
And I
require
can't see that right now.
143.
Treble 14 for double
yep.
12.
91. Gerwyn, you require 52.
Yet to find a 180, Adrian Lewis in this
He's on the
quarter-final.
11 flag, Gerwyn Price. So for Adrian to
Another
throw
sub 15 dart leg for Gezi Price. Only had one leg
109.
there you go,
over
Chris.
15.
You know why Gerwyn Price likes tops?
135.
He's taken it out 5 times in 8 legs so far.
55.
Well, that's his route. Everything over 50.
96.
Tries to leave tops.
But it's the full circle, isn't it, with Price, and he's proved it today. 5 legs, 1 on tops, 2 on double 10, 1 on double 5.
Yep.
And that's his circle of success when it comes to the finishing.
139.
Just can retrieve his darts, not thrown.
I think
I think there's a little bit of a joke then between Adrian and...
I think he probably said, can you leave it there?
Yeah, leave it there, yeah, absolutely. I think you picked it up beautifully.
87.
That 127, he took that out yesterday, didn't he? Dropped the dart,
Yeah.
hit the treble 17, picked the dart up and slotted it straight in double 8.
Yeah.
93. Adrian, you require 40.
Great guide.
He's on the 12 flag, Adrian Lewis. 13 flag, Gerwyn to throw first.
Just not able to recover from 6-1 down.
100.
Well, it's just overall scoring game just isn't quite there in this one.
Well, the last 6 legs have all been run on throw.
140.
Just getting nowhere near the Gezi Price throw, is he? He's not playing well enough to break.
121.
I said there's so many positives to take from his performance so far this weekend. He has lifted his average. He's up to over 94 now.
96.
Price continues to maintain the average of in excess of 105.
98.
Lovely setup.
144. Adrian, you've got
Perfect.
170.
Fabulous from Gerwyn Price.
His setup play has been outstanding. The treble 9,
Get a win you
the
require
147
40.
to leave tops, the 144 there to leave tops, picking off treble 8.
Ooh. Adrian, you require 112.
Well, that is a surprise. Now, half a chance? Sadly not.
72.
Just in case.
Get a win you require 10. No score.
We are surprised
Adrian, you require 40.
because Price has missed 6 darts to make it 9-4. And Adrian pitches one back.
Adrian
17 dart breaker throw. Put that one in your notepad.
Adrian to throw first. Game on.
First mistake of the match from the world champ. And after that, brilliant
81.
set-up shot as well.
6 darts for 9-4.
Missed tops, double 10.
58.
Missed double 5, double 5, double 5.
$63.
Adrian's 5 legs, 4 on tops. The other one on the ball. 63%, 5 from 8.
And that just knocked his concentration a little here. Price was focused in the zone, but all those errors have just set him back a little. Maybe Adrian can seize and sense an opportunity.
Well, it was a second 180 in 3 legs for Adrian Lewis, and that's a 6 for Price.
97.
Twice as many 140s for Price. 4 more 180s, 6-2 in that column. Like to leave double 12.
40. Adrian, you require 80.
15 ball.
Makes it difficult. Only just got the single. But again, no mistake on the ball for Adrian Lewis. 3 legs on the spin. Now then.
$140.
6 out of 9 on the doubles for Lewis, averaging 10 points less than Gerwyn Price, but
140.
it's a performance of determination here from Lewis.
It's good to see.
Yeah, and those 6 missed darts at double just knocked Price out of kilter a touch.
137.
He could have just rolled over and had his belly tickled. And he's grafting away.
42.
Could have done without that. Given Pricey a bit of breathing space.
190.
Do you think he's back in the zone?
It was just a momentary blip.
60. Get a win you require 44.
Normal service is resumed with an 11 dart leg.
Yeah, 11 dart holder throw. Lewis would have had to hit a 9 there.
100.
9-6 the lead.
Price run away, yeah, and
fascinating game. If
100.
when he should get over the line, it'll be a fascinating game against Merv King, because he's in just incredible form.
139.
In terms of TV performances, this is as well as I've seen Merv play for quite some time, especially the
85.
consistency.
yeah, the back end of last year. Back end of last year at the Euros and the World Series, and
Well, this is where it's all stemmed
42.
from.
yeah, Players' Championship.
Yeah, great run to the final in that, losing by the odd leg.
I think the most
Michael.
disappointing for him was
96.
having played well at the Worlds, he was then demolished, wasn't he, by Price. He'd love to set the record straight.
41.
Well, that's given 6 starts from 220 for Pricey to get the job done. 180 leaves tops.
World Championship darts for the champion of the world.
99. Get a win you require 40.
And for the 7th time in 10 legs, Gerwyn Price takes on top. He goes through to the semi-finals of the Masters for the first time. The Welsh wizard, the champion of the world, is firing. 105.5 average. Adrian Lewis gave it a go, but he was no real challenge to the Iceman. Price will play king in the first semi-final tonight.